Hello, people. What is going on? Welcome back to E20 Zone TV on this Wednesday afternoon. Wet Wednesday, to say the least, and no trains either to brighten up everyone's day. I'm here to talk about Graham Potter today and basically give my thoughts on him. Is he going to change his ways at West Ham, or is he going to revert back to type? Before I get started, please do smash a like on the video. Really goes a long way. Please do subscribe to E20 Zone TV. Trying to get subscribers up, nearly at the 6,000 mark, and we're slowly getting to where we want to be. Hit the notification bell, and if you want to become a member of the channel and support E20, check out the membership stuff as well. The international break has been and gone, and thank God for that. Do you know what I'm saying? It is the most boring sort of 10 days of your life that you can sort of go through before you get back to the reality of West Ham United. Now, thankfully, no injuries of any note, as far as I know. And we are moving on to a big game on Saturday night, 5:30, against them in North London. And that is Tottenham Hotspur. That's going to be a massive game. And Graham Potter is going to be looked at to see how he approaches the game. Now, obviously, the last game was epic. Epic. West Ham were solid all over the pitch. We had energy in midfield with Fernandes arriving. We obviously played a back four, and the back four seemed to work, and it seemed to click into gear. Listen, it wasn't amazing, right? But the last 10 minutes was amazing because we just seemed to go up to another level. We scored, we got the penalty, and then we got the sort of third one as like the cherry on top of the cake. But Spurs is going to be a different animal altogether, right? Even though it pains me to say it, they are a good side, and they've got a good manager, and they've got a good work plan, and there's an old foe who's going to end up in their side against us for the first time. How will Graham Potter manage this game? Right, that's the first thing. How's he going to manage this game, the Palace game, the Everton game, and the Arsenal game? I hope he doesn't go back to type and go back to a five at the back and to try and make something work that hasn't worked. It simply hasn't worked, right? West Ham really are a 4-2-3-1 sort of side, or a 4-3-3. Preferably for me, 4-3-3, two inside forward, centre forward, and a flat three in the midfield. And obviously it worked at Nottingham Forest. So obviously Potter's got a big challenge on his hands now to try and sort of convince the fan base of basically giving good football, giving winning football, and giving football that actually is going to have fans wanting to watch West Ham again. Now, obviously, there is other issues off the pitch that is happening with protests and everything, which I am going to get to in a minute. But this game against Spurs, he has to get it right for me. And would he change his ways against Spurs? Now, I hope that Nottingham Forest game woke him up, turned around and said to him, listen, this five ain't working. I'm going to go to a four. I'm going to have an extra man in sort of midfield and up front, and go down it in a way that West Ham are looking to try and win games, yeah, against teams, especially against Nottingham Forest. It worked. Will it work against Spurs? Would I be disappointed if he goes down the line of the next four fixtures, which I am going to predict in a minute, and he does play a back five? I'm not going to be totally against it, but at home, I expect West Ham to try and be on the front foot instead of the back foot. Unless you're playing a Man City, Liverpool, and Arsenal, where you might have to go to a back five and you might have to make it a bit ugly and, you know, be a bit hard to beat. Against teams at home, I'd respect him more if he just goes to a 4-3-3 and he attacks teams from the get-go and really tries to win the game rather than holding back and trying to win it in the last 10 minutes. Do you know what I'm saying? Obviously, the four games that we've got coming up are massive games. 3 London derbies in now and a trip to Liverpool. Obviously, the Palace game, there's going to be mixed emotions on that game because there's going to be a lot of people at the protest. There's going to be a lot of people not going in to the ground. There's going to be people who wasn't going to be at the ground, but will be at the ground to sort of be at the protest. I don't know how Potter's going to approach that game. I really don't. And the Arsenal game and all is going to be one where he's going to be up against a very good side. Is he going to try and go 4-3-3, or is he just going to play the game? Obviously, he's trying to get results, right? So he's going to try and pick the best team possible, but he has got the players at his disposal now. Now, the arrival of Magassa, Fernandez arriving. Obviously, he's got Igor there, who can play at centre half, or he can play like anywhere along the back line. It works. It works. And I hope Potter will learn that maybe being stubborn isn't the way forward, and basically trying to pick a side that West Ham fans want to see and be proud of to a point. Like the first two games, there was really nothing about West Ham in his back three, back five, whatever you want to make it. And people will try and turn it and say, oh, yeah, but it's an attacking system when you've got the players in place. I've never believed in it, mate. Never believed in a back five. What is an attacking system? That's a system, for me, personally, where you go to a side, you frustrate a side, and you try and be hard to beat and nick the game 1-0. If that's what we're going to be, then Potter won't last long. Do you know what I'm saying? Because one thing with this fan base that I know is style of play matters. And if they don't like the style of play, they ain't going to stop moaning about it. Do you know what I mean? So I hope he does change his ways and he does go back to that at 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1 or whatever he did play against Nottingham Forest, because it did work. It really did. If he goes to a back five against Spurs, am I going to be sort of angry about it? I'm not going to be angry about it, but I'm going to be disappointed a little bit, because I expect him to try and attack teams. And if he goes back to try and contain teams, we're just going to get done, right? Because one thing which is fact, yeah, is that West Ham don't win from losing positions. But we haven't done it with Potter. Yeah, there hasn't been one game, right, since he's arrived, other than the Everton game in a friendly, that West Ham have gone behind, come back, and won the game. Just don't do it. So that's got to change this season. And obviously, we need to be on the front foot rather than the back foot from the get-go. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. It'd be interesting to hear what you feel on the next sort of 4 games and all, and how you would approach the next 4. Now, for me, you've got Tottenham, which is a game where I don't want to lose that game. Yeah. So whatever way he sets up, as long as we don't lose the game, I'm going to be happy either way, right? Palace is a tricky game, right? Especially against us at the ELS. They always seem to do us at the ELS. Everton away in their new ground, right? I expect West Ham to go there, never go. And Arsenal away, I expect West Ham to go back to a back five. I don't see a flat 4 against Arsenal, or really Everton to a point. Do you know what I mean? I can see it being a back 5. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Smash a like on the video, subscribe to E20 Zone TV, hit the notification bell. And if you have been sort of caught in the trains over the last sort of couple of days, yeah, I really do feel for you, mate. Yeah, it's affected me and all. And yeah, they need to sort it out. Do you know what I mean? Either pay the money or don't ask for a pay rise. Do you know what I'm saying? But sort it out nevertheless. Anyway, that's enough for me for today. Take care of yourselves out there. And I will see you again in the next one.